Okay, so dear Dharma practitioners, be comfortable yourself and relax your body. Keep your back straight, neck head straight in one line, and your right palm on your left. So gently close your eyes and bring attention to this bell sound. And while you focusing to the sound, mentally relax your body, relax your mind, and relax your breathing with your thoughts. So do nothing extra. Just follow the sound, please. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the Blessed One, the Exalted One, the fully enlightened One. So, dear Dhamma practitioners, in these ongoing meditation sessions, we try to share some basic information for yourself to develop very clear spiritual foundation. So when it comes to that spiritual foundation, always you have to remember it is not resisting or escaping from this conventional world. If I give you a very simple example for you, try to understand it. When you have conventional level of experience with your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, with these five faculties, forget about the mind. So when you see something with eye, when you hear something with your ear, and the smell with the nose, taste with the tongue, feeling with the body, don't try to bring any kind of third party facilities or any kind of method or tools to experience that conventional world. So as example, drugs, this psychedelics experience, alcohol, marijuana, mushroom. So those are, it's bringing you kind of like experience, but it is not the real organic nature of the mind. So then it's kind of like when you get high with something, even though you experience the conventional world, it is not real. So then the foundation of the spiritual development, you have to maintain your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body with your consciousness directly connect to the experience. That is the very natural way of experience the life. But then we go a little bit more deeper. When it comes to mind, without any substance from outside, sometimes our own thoughts mesmerize us. Sometimes our own thoughts create a kind of like a different illusion inside us. In that way, we may not going to experience the very real moment of outside world. And sometimes whatever we create inside our mind, we get stuck with that illusion, imagination. In day-to-day life, most of time, it is very rare our mind itself bring its capacity to experience the world. Because most of time, something else we use to experience the world. There are very few moments during the day you really experience the world with the pure mind. So then practicing meditation means you really tune to that deeper level of your awareness. So your awareness is always there, but it is our attention, our awareness divided to many things at one time. So maybe you think like you are so productive because you feel a lot of things at one time, and maybe you feel kind of like a multitasking. Maybe you feel kind of like you are so energetic. You're doing a lot of things at one time. But if you look very carefully, you are just experience the very shallow level of life. You're just passing the time. You will never touch anything to the depth. Why? Because the awareness always everywhere. So then bringing the attention to something and be with it is a skill. So then you have to develop it. So the meditation is a one method. So when you start to practice meditation, what happens? Once you start to direct yourself and guide yourself to be aware about one primary mental object, or even regarding the body, sensation, feelings, from the beginning in the very kind of like a tranquility state, you are capable to this silence the mind, quiet the mind a little bit. Because once the mind silence, once this chattering mind silence, what happens? The very next thing is your heart start to open. So deeply, your heart carries certain kind of wisdom. It is not that you grab from this mind and go with this conventional level. Because to get into the heart wisdom, you have to see the feelings, connection. Otherwise, logical arguments, informations will not going to take you there. So the Dharma connect to this heart wisdom. So the conventional level is we are maintaining our life according to others' opinion, rules and regulations, ethics, culture, traditions, and most of time we like to see ourselves from other point of views. So we like to see how other people appreciate us or say good things about us. So because of that, we try to maintain our life according to the social validations. And that is where this conventional life happens. But opening heart and connecting to heart wisdom, totally different. There is no language for that. And there is no communication for that. There is no book that you can read and understand it. Then how you can go into that? So the very first thing, silence the mind. Let things to settle down. Calm down the mind, and at the same time, once you calm down the mind, what happens? All the perception can come towards you. You are capable to see, and then at the same time, you are capable to see whatever the perception you perceive and your reactions for that perception. In between this, there is a gap. That gap depends on your conscious decision. So whatever you perceive, rather than right away reacting to it, if you are capable to observe a little bit, you know that whatever the perception you perceive, you are capable to divert it to any direction. So that is where that your creativity comes, and that is where your awareness going to be there with you. That is the moment change everything. So in real life, there's a principle called, it's mostly work with this conventional world, but still it says to change everything, you need only 5 seconds, not more than that. Within 5 seconds, you are capable to change your life to any directions. So then, can you find that 5 seconds in between the perception and the reaction? In that 5 seconds, can you maneuver, can you direct, navigate your conscious decision? It's a skill. Sometimes we react to things, and after few years we recognize we react to the things. And some people, maybe we react, and then after a few days we recognize we react. Some people end of the day recognize, oh, we react. And some people, few minutes after we react to things, we recognize, oh, I react to it. And there are some people, when the perception you perceive and the right away, when you react, you know you are reacting. So what you need to do, before react, you should take your conscious decision, create the gap. That is how you tune to the heart wisdom. There is no language for that. So by practicing little by little, you can slowly tune to that. Bring that wisdom from inside. Because you have so much history that you are carrying with this body. This human body itself means memory. And this environment, this earth itself means memory. So we live, get nourished from the earth. So we get nourished from the memory. So whatever the food that we intake, whatever the water we intake, whatever the air we intake, that everything carries certain kind of memory. So whatever then you tune to the memory. So deeper in you, in the samsaric journey, you came through many situations. So there is some kind of knowledge in you. So in the surface level, we think we are different. But in the depth of your heart wisdom, we all carry some kind of same informations. So then, practicing meditation means slowly disconnect from this, withdraw from this conventional informations and connected to this heart wisdom. So in that way, you are capable to be comfortable with the life. That is very important, because nowadays we're trying to be comfortable with hopes, imagination. And we don't see the life. We don't recognize the life. So then sometimes we try to condition the life the way we want. We don't recognize. We are on the top of this nature. We think we can manipulate, we can change the nature the way we want. But when it comes to the reality, we all play these games on the top of the nature. So end of the day, we have to surrender to the nature. So practicing meditation means, rather than you believing and thinking you are the boss, you recognize you are just a servant. You are just having very limited time to play this game, and someone else govern this. So once you have that conscious understanding, you're not going to overcome the very nature of life. You just surrender to it. You become more humble with the life. You have kind of like a flexibility, adaptivity. So you go, that is where you bring the equanimity to keep the balance, knowing this old part of life. And that is where you become so comfortable with the uncomfort. That is the art. Can you be Can you be comfortable with the uncomfort? Then you're done. Why you afraid to face for uncomfort? From where that come? Why you try to resist uncomfort? Because there is some kind of shallow level of kind of like the imagination, some kind of like so gloomy mind in you. You look for something. And then you have the fear. You try to escape from that. But meditation itself means you allow this body to be as it is. So that way, and in the very beginning, some kind of turbulence happen in you. So you, in the beginning, kind of like even though your posture, your sitting become comfortable, by the time, maybe you start to get pain, irritation, discomfort, but still, you let it be there. You don't try to change it. You just allow it to be there. And then by the time you recognize that whatever arises, without any effort, it slowly change. This is the wisdom you have to recognize. Once you know whatever arising itself, changed by itself, then you know in life, this struggle doesn't work anymore. This struggle we create unnecessarily. So that's why learn to be comfortable with the discomfort. Why? Because whatever the discomfort or the uncomfort is not forever. So then, but if you try to react to any uncomfort, then always you have to keep fighting, 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 fighting. No end. But once you take this conscious decision to see it, but just watch and see what happened. The secret is this: uncomfort itself become the comfort. And once you know that, then there's nothing to do. So the uncomfort itself become the comfort. Then what to do? Just let me experience it. And then when the very next time uncomfortable feelings arise, you feel happy. Why? Because you know that is where you gain the comfort. But it is not something place for you to settle down. So recognizing this pattern itself brings some kind of wisdom to yourself, not to struggle, not to resist. Just let it be. So in that way, you have the peace. You have some kind of wisdom regarding the very nature of life. This is what you need. So there was a person used to live in the city dreaming about the forest. And then there was another person live in the forest dreaming about the city. And then another person used to live in the city, just experience the city as it is. Another person live in the forest, experience the forest as it is. So then remember yourself. More than the reality, more than whatever the life happens, our imagination can drive us crazy. So then, so whatever comes to your mind regarding your own life, regarding your own future, regarding your own experience, sometimes not going to bring any kind of profitable skills to you. So then what you need to do? Always have the wisdom. So whatever you perceive, whatever the information you have, and take a conscious decision and direct it, navigate it according to the environment, according to the situation, to get the best out of that. So that is how, wherever you are, you can be there. As we all know, as matured people you have seen how your journey came so far in this life, place to place. You are always moving, and then it is not one place going to make you happy, or maybe dreaming yourself to be in another place looking for happiness, so kind of like that. No, develop the skill. Wherever you are, be there. It doesn't matter the comfort or the uncomfort. You accept it as the life. There it is, doesn't matter the sadness, worry, disappointment, or the unhappiness. You don't take it personal, and you don't try to build up a different kind of imagination on the top of that. You take it as the part of the life. You don't claim it as this is my pain, or this is my sadness, my worry, kind of like that. So in that way, you become an experiencer, but still, you are not going to affect by that whatever the experience you go through. So that undisturbed mind in the beginning you have to have. So then deeply you can go into see even within our own mind how things come to be as they are. Because there is no such a unchangeable, permanent, solid person or thing in this world. So everything depends on the cause and effect. Once you know that, so you are kind of, even though you have this physical body, it look like solid, it is liquid. It is vibrating. It is changing all the time. Even though we see this has a structure, shape, form, really your body is formless. For the moment you see this, but still it is formless. That doesn't mean there is nothing. No, there is something, but that whatever something appear is not concrete, or the not solid, or not permanent. So if the body is the same, the mind the same, the world the same, universe the same. So once you recognize that, you get into that flow and be with that flow. And that is where you find the art of liberation opening the heart of the wisdom. So with that, let's get into practice a little bit now. So your right palm on your left and neck head straight in one line. and be comfortable with your posture. So bring your attention to your body and scan head to toes yourself and say Supateva, or may I be well and happy 3 times. Take a moment and think. We gathered here in this moment to practice this ancient meditation technique. All the Buddhas, all the enlightened masters followed this path and achieved wisdom. So we also gathered here to accumulate that knowledge. In this moment, with this sitting, may my body become more comfortable, may my breath be more smooth, may no difficulties come to me, may all the success come to me. Also think for a moment, this is the last moment we are spending in this very lifetime. And detach your mind from all your past memories and as well as any kind of future thoughts. Just try to remain in the present moment, observing the sensation of your inhalation and exhalation. So if your mind go here and there, bring it back again and again, just settle down. You no need to be hard with your attention. Just simply have the awareness related to the sensation of inhalation and exhalation. So in the beginning, deeply and gently breathe in, breathe out 3 times, please. And allow your inhalations, exhalations happen itself. When it happens through the sensation, recognize it, do nothing extra. Bring your attention to your body, please. Observe your posture. We cultivate loving kindness and compassion in our heart and radiate it as a light through entire your compound, village, city, state, country, world, around this universe. Also, as far as you can, through galaxies, other planets, stars. Reminding yourself like this. With clear intention, mentally repeat after me. May all living beings in this universe be well and happy. May everyone be happy and safe. And may their hearts be filled with joy. May all living beings live in security and in peace. Beings who are frail or strong, tall or short, big or small, visible or not visible, near or far away. Already born or yet to be born. May all of them dwell in perfect tranquility. Let no one do harm to anyone. Let no one put the life of anyone in danger. Let no one out of anger or ill will wish anyone any harm. Expand the loving kindness and compassion beginning from your heart. Forward. Visualize yourself and send it as a light. To your backside. To your left side. And to your right side. Downward. And upward. To all six directions at once, like the moon, the sun, spread the light, spread the energy, without any condition, without any limitation, without any resistance or without any judgment. Let your heart to shine with the loving kindness and compassion from the bottom of it, with the maximum effort to the highest, wishing yourself, may all living beings in this universe be well and happy. Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So first of all, we offer this practice to the great qualities of the Buddha, Dhamma and the Sangha. Also by the power of this meritorious deed, may all of us attain to the supreme bliss of Nibbana. May all your guardian angels and deities will receive these merits and increase their longevity and protect all of you from any kind of planetary influences or any ill effects. Ettavata cha ammehi sampadam punya sampadam sabbe deva anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe bhuta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe satta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya Imaya Dhamma Dhamma Patipattiya Buddham Pujemi Dhammam Pujemi Sangham Pujemi Addaya Imaya Patipattiya Jati Jara Vyadhi Maranam Ha Paribunjisami Idam me punya kammang asavakkaya vahang hotu sabba dukkha pamuncatu. Bless you.